Never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you sweat.
Tonight's Central Division workout featuring some of the hardest working men in the NBA, the Bulls and Cavs, next here on WGN. Tonight, before the 300th consecutive basketball sellout of Chicago Stadium, the Chicago Bulls play host to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee, and welcome to Bulls basketball on WGN Channel 9. Now, this is the end of a very busy week for the Bulls. They are playing 4 games in 5 nights. They've won 2 of the 3 games played thus far and are 9-8 overall. The Cleveland Cavaliers and a new head coach, Mike Fratello, are off to a disappointing 7-up and 10 down start. But Johnny Redker, the Bulls, with 12 road games out of their first 17 games, with the injuries, with the retirement, all things considered, are they about where you expected them to be?
Well, I'll tell you what, Wayne, when you tell me they've won 1 more game on the road than they lost 6 and 5 at this stage on the road, I think it's a fantastic thing. The Bulls are unbelievable with winning 6 on the road. I think they're where they should be. Matter of fact, I had a chance to ask Phil Jackson. I said, Phil, how do you like your club at this stage?
Well, you know, this ball club has had some ups and downs simply by the virtue of the fact that some players have been off the floor. Pippen's been off the floor. Grant's been off the floor for a couple games. It's been hard to understand where the momentum's going to come out of this ball club. Now, this weekend, next weekend, we're playing back-to-back New Jersey, Cleveland here. And then we've got next weekend San Antonio, New York with Boston on the road. We're going to know a little bit about this ball club by the end of next weekend.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers are a familiar foe, and certainly a familiar antagonist for the Bulls is Mark Price, who's averaged 19 points and over 10 assists per game against the Bulls.
Mark Price, I love to watch him play. I hate to be in games against him. The guy's outstanding, almost 8 assists a game, and he's done a super job. His minutes are up this year. He's the leader of this ball club.
You know, one of the guys that we're not going to see here tonight for the Cavaliers is Larry Nance. He's down with a knee injury. He'll be out until maybe the first of the year. They miss a lot with him up front.
They miss Larry Nance being out, and of course I think they miss Craig Elo not with them. Even though Michael used to tear Elo up, he still had a solid effect, and he had a role that he played on this ball club. So missing those 2 guys has really hurt this club.
And the Cavaliers are a team, a veteran team, John, trying to break in under a new head coach. And Lenny Wilkins been replaced by Mike Fratello.
I think sometimes it's easier for a player to break in with a new team and a new system than it is for a coach to come in and take a veteran team that has been used to a certain system and get them to try and replay a system.
All right, Red, it should be entertaining tonight. The Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip coming up after these messages.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Can your beer do this? Your local Ford dealer. Quality people with quality products. Your local McDonald's restaurant, where what you want is what you get. That's McDonald's today. The people at Nike, who encourage you to just do it. American Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Bulls. Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. And by Montgomery Ward, where things are really changing.
Join hosts Nancy Wilson and Reginald Bell Johnson for Family Night.
Saturday, December 25th, it's Miller Genuine Draft Mini Blimp Night. Go Bulls!
McDonald's donates $25 to charitables when any Bulls player slam dunks during the game. McDonald's, now featuring the triple cheeseburger at participating restaurants.
A Manhouse on Madison, Chicago Stadium. The scene tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers and Chicago Bulls. First of 4 meetings between these two teams this year. Cleveland 7-10. The Bulls are 9-8. Time now for the introduction to the starting lineups. Let's go over to the Ray Clay.
First for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At forward from Tulane, 6'11", John Williams. A 6'6" forward from Arizona, Chris Mills. At center, 7 foot from North Carolina, Brad Doherty. At point guard from Tennessee, Chattanooga, 6'6", Gerald Wilkins. At the other guard, 6 foot from Georgia Tech, Mark Price. The Cleveland Cavaliers are coached by Mike Fratello, assisted by Richie Adubato, Ron Rothstein, and Jim Boylan. The trainer is Gary Briggs. From Arkansas, Little Rock, Pete Myers. Up 6 new guard from Iowa, C.J. Armstrong. The head coach of the Bulls is Bill Jackson.
Bill Jackson seeking his 250th career victory, and he could get it here tonight against the Cavaliers. Take a look at 2 guys, red curve, who are playing very well for the Chicago Bulls. 2 guys you didn't figure to make this ball club when training camp started.
These 2 guys had their apartment by the week when camp started. They've got a pretty good lock on a job for the rest of the year.
Well, you think they could extend the lease into June, hopefully, huh? Or maybe longer. There's the look at Phil Jackson. His team is 3-2 at home, 6-6 on the road. Won 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 10. And they lead the overall series of the Cavs. Although last year the Cavaliers won 3 of the 5 games, but that was kind of a race, John, when the Bulls swept the playoff series. Scottie Pippen loading up.
He just sort of dropped it as he went by. That's okay, Scotty. Get it loose. You know who's in the building himself is here.
Oh, really?
Michael Jordan taking in the game, and I'm sure when he's discovered a little bit later on by the rest of the fans, you'll hear it. Not eligible to play tonight, though.
Wonder if he'll be the celebrity DJ tonight.
Don Vaden, Joe Borgia, and Paul Mahalik, tonight's officials. And here we go, Wayno.
Cavaliers in the solid blue road jerseys, and the Chicago Bulls in the home whites. Bill Cartwright at center. There's MJ. Michael, a little intense there. More than a casual observer, I'd say, of this one here tonight. Michael Jordan. Bulls control the tip. Here's B.J. Armstrong. Scottie Pippen. BJ looking to post Price. 10 to go on the shot clock. 5 to go for BJ. Oh, nice move. Tried to hit Horace Grant as he was in among the trees. Turnover Chicago. Cleveland gets it back.
Good defensive set the first time. BJ trying to get down and post up Price, and they wouldn't let him. He had all kinds of help.
Now here's Mark Price playing some of his best basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. First team All-NBA last year. Had a great season for the Cavs. Doherty against Cartwright. Horace Grant corrals the rebound. Scottie on the move. Fires. Williams pushed off but got the rebound. No call. Hot Rod Williams against Horace Grant. Both teams getting off a little cold here tonight in the first 2 minutes. No score. A little over a minute gone by. First quarter. This is BJ. Armstrong guarded by Price. Cartwright left unattended. Price is there. Gerald Wilkins. And Pippen's got the rebound.
We got a shutout going.
This is either great defense or just God's honest awful shooting. Is the cup half full or half empty? 10 to go on the clock. Cartwright gets it away in the first score of the game.
He liked it.
Price gets the step. Chris Mills, the rookie. He's really fit in well, Red, averaging 10 points a game for the Cavaliers.
Out of Arizona, he's done a nice job. Of course, they expected him to fill in behind Nance, but he's been forced into some starting duty.
Some feel he'll be the two guard when Nance comes back. Pippen on the drive. Williams the rebound. Here's Price. Cavaliers have been trying to run a little bit more this season. Price for three. No. Cartwright is there. But they've been unsuccessful, John. This is a veteran half-court team. Grant down low. Horace keeps it alive. Another offensive rebound. BJ squares up. Boy, the bucket has been denying one shot after another tonight.
2 for 11. Both teams.
You got to look at the number right there. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Doherty in close was fouled.
Offense.
Whoa, offense.
Yeah.
He pushed off with the left hand on the drive.
That big old left arm came out as he got behind Bill, and there is a new man on the bench. Now watch that left hand come out. Boom.
Yep, there's Horace out. First foul of the ball game. It's a non-team foul. Myers to B.J. Armstrong. Cartwright on the post. Big Bill's got the only 2 hoops of the game for the Bulls, and they lead 4-2. Wilkins to Doherty at a high post against Cartwright. Doherty takes him off the dribble. Got a foul out front. Well, Cartwright's first. That is the first on the team as Phil Jackson looks on from the Chicago bench. Again, seeking a milestone victory tonight. It would be 250 if the Bulls win this game. Wilkins inside. Price off a screen by Doherty.
He uses a screen as good as anybody in this league.
Pippen on the run out. $25 from McDonald's to Charitables. Every time a Chicago player slam dunks here tonight. 4 minutes gone by in the first period. Here's Price on the penetration, left this one short. Grant to Armstrong. Alley-oop Pippen. Sensational.
Mills ran underneath him. Scottie still was able to power it down in.
I'll tell you what, last night when the Bulls ran against the Nets, they were very effective, and we're seeing a little bit of that here tonight.
Yeah, they don't want to get in a half-court game. They want to get in that transition running game.
Williams jumped out by Scottie. Cartwright the rebound. Bulls started up again. Armstrong on the push. Now they'll run some offense. Pete Myers sets it up. They triangle to the right. Reverse to Pippen. Over to Grant. Horace given room. Timeout. Cleveland Cavaliers. 7:14 to go. A strong start in the first quarter for the Bulls. On Friday, January 14th, will the Bulls battle the Jazz. It's Insure One hat night. First 10,000 fans will receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Insure One.
And that's also the night, I believe, they're going to retire Bob Butterbean's Love's jersey.
Yes,
so that
it
should
is.
be a lot of fun. Jerry Sloan will be in town. The Jazz, it'll be a good night.
It certainly will. There's Mike Fratello patrolling the sidelines. He's given up a telestrator for a chalkboard. Take a look at this. Bulls red hot the last minute 45.
And they got him running, as you said.
Cavaliers in the half court. Mills squares up. Here's Pete Myers. Bulls have an opportunity to run here, but the Cavs get back quickly. Scottie on the block. Against Wilkins. Ducks in under. Horace Grant.
Good giant move by Horace, or by Pip, and then Horace cleaned it up. 4 apiece for Pippen, Cartwright, and Grant.
Price looking to penetrate. Pippen knocked it away.
Only 3 seconds. Get that call out of there.
8 seconds to go on the shot clock now. Doherty on the block. Wilkins for three. First tray of the night. Wilkins gets Cleveland back to within 5. Bulls are 6 of 12 from the floor here thus far in this first quarter. Oh, good interior feed. BJ had it knocked away by Hot Rod Williams. Wilkins on the move. Mills off the glass.
Good body control by the rookie at time. Looked like he might run into an offensive foul, but he pulled up and put it in off the glass, and we got a 3-point Bulls lead.
Under 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Cartwright up high. Myers off the screen, had it tipped away by Wilkins. Here's Doherty.
Oh, he really cleared him out, and now he draws the foul.
3-second violation prior to the
what
foul.
A call.
How about that?
What a call, boy. Pete Myers got decked on the play and waiting down the lane for the play.
Look at Mike Fratello's reaction.
Doherty goofed up. He should have given it up to Gerald Wilkins early in the game, and there is when he went down, and he's still standing there. Yeah, good call by Mahalik.
Armstrong sets it up for the Bulls. Turnover story. They're even at 2 apiece. Bulls had just 8 turnovers last night in New Jersey. Big improvement over what they've been averaging, up around 17 per game.
Clock running down.
6 to go on the shot clock now for Big Bill. Cartwright not going to get it off in time, or is he? Nope. Doherty swats it out of bounds. 24-second shot clock violation. It'll belong to the Cavaliers.
Cavs playing very good defense. Once they get back and set, the Bulls trying to force this into an up-tempo game.
Cleveland yielding just under 100 points a game defensively. Opponents are shooting 46%.
Yeah, Tyrone Hill in the game. Uh-oh, pushing, shoving. Who is it? Cartwright and
fouls on Bill.
That's his second, but a little double shoving down below with Gerald Wilkins and Cartwright. And now Bill Wennington gets off the bench. See if we catch what happened down here low. Gerald Wilkins comes down.
There it is. Right there. A little shove from Bill Cartwright, who has a seat on the bench, as you mentioned, leaving with 2 personal fouls and 4 points. Price on the move. Good dish to Hill. Tyrone Hill connecting. There was a collision off the ball that time. A couple of players went down. 1 point Chicago lead. Wennington up early tonight. Pippen fouled on the play by Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins first. That's only the first on the Cavaliers. There was an offensive foul early in the game on Brad Doherty. Fratello orchestrating on the bench. Horace Grant. B.J. Armstrong. Myers open for a moment. Takes Mills on the drive. Pete Myers' first field goal of the night. Chicago by 3. Doherty against Wennington. Double team from Pippen briefly. Mills. Doherty the board. Stopped by the backboard. Stripped down low.
Out of bounds.
And it'll belong to Chicago. Last touch by the Cavaliers.
Good job. Doherty in tight, rebounding with Tyrone Hill. He took the shot, and we've got a timeout.
Break in the action. Bulls take a timeout with 4:04 left to go. First period of play. Bill Jackson and company leading by 3. On Saturday, January 15th, the Bulls battle the Rockets. It's Thermal Coffee Mug Night. First 10,000 fans will receive a Bulls Thermal Coffee Mug. Along with our producer-director, Arnie Harris, ably assisted tonight by Mandy Cohen. I'm Wayne Larrabee with Johnny Red Kerr, courtside at Chicago Stadium. Bulls and Cavaliers. These two teams have met on numerous occasions.
Tony Kukoc in the game now, and Cleveland's on a 7-2 run in the last 2:20 and trail by only 3.
Wennington sets it up. I was going to say these two teams have met on numerous occasions in postseason action. Seems like every year at some point in the playoffs it comes down to Chicago and Cleveland in the East. There's the shot clock in the left-hand corner of your screen. Down to 5 now. Pippen blocked from behind by Doherty. Tony's got to get it off. Had to get a shot off and instead passed. So
talk about the good defense that they're playing, and look at this. Larry Nance, leader in block shots, and the third man down on the list. The two from the bottom are currently out of the league.
Price. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Cavaliers. Price lost the handle on it. Down to 5 to go now. Here's Doherty. Doherty on the drive against Wennington, left it short. Kukoc takes the back tap of the rebound. Tony. Bulls run some offense here in the half court. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. Time winding down to the clock.
Time again.
BJ. Scottie Pippen gets it away. Doherty the rebound. Bulls laboring now in the half court offense. Price. Blocked is Tyrone Hill by Scottie Pippen. Hill goes right back. Wilkins gets it done off the glass. 5 for Gerald Wilkins. Cavs are down by just 1. Wennington. First field goal of the game for Wennington, who's come off the bench, averaging 15.6 minutes per game off the bench. Bulls by 3. Doherty to work on Wennington. No, but a foul. Wennington picks up his first. That's the 3rd on the team.
Doherty good when he gets the ball. He looks to the baseline, takes the big step, gets inside. Little body on Bill Wennington. Bill fouled out yesterday in New Jersey, but he uses his body wisely, gets him underneath, and Doherty misses the first free throw. Happy birthday, belated birthday to Dominic Ziola. And laboring at Northwestern Hospital, Joyce Fox, Jules Jaffe's granddaughter, as the second free throw is made by Brad Doherty.
And she's watching the game, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Bulls will do something else exciting, like a Pippen slam or something. Move that baby along. Scottie. Wennington to Kukoc. He's got the open jumper, but he was fouled. Mills got there late and hacked him on the play, his first. That is the 4th on the team. Actually, the first of the last 2 minutes for the Cavs. John?
Wennington kicks the ball out, and Tony gets hit right across the left wrist by Mills. Tony struggled the last 2 games. Was out here early, I saw, shooting around, and now picks up his first point.
Tony this week shooting 37% in the 3 games from the field, averaging 7.3 points per ball game. Puts in a pair at the line. The Bulls lead again is 4. Wilkins gets around Pippen. Over Wennington with the jumper. Gerald Wilkins now with 7 points to lead the Cavs. 2-point Chicago advantage. Pippen backing Wilkins. 10 to go on the clock. Scottie. Rebound back tap right into the hands of Scottie Pippen.
Whoa, great move with the left hand for Pip.
6 for Scottie. And again, the lead is 4 for the Bulls. Price picked up by Armstrong.
Offensive foul, absolutely. Mills, his second foul. So Mike Fratello will look down his bench with 1:09. Is he going to make a move here? He's looking. John,
yeah, I think he's going to, John. There he is. Let's see what Fratello decides here. Let's pause here as he contemplates the situation for station identification.
You're watching WGN-TV Channel 9 Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
John Battle will be coming in a few moments for Cleveland. Right now, the Bulls on the attack. 10 to go on the shot clock. Wennington is open, and he'll hit that.
Absolutely. He drifted over in the corner. He hit one from the top, and he will keep that center busy defensively.
Yeah, he'll bring him out, drag him out from the lane a little bit, won't he?
Yes, he will.
Under a minute to go. See if the Cavs go for 2 for 1 here. Price on the runner, and we've got a foul. Fouls on B.J. Armstrong. It is his first. First on the Bulls in the last 2 minutes.
Drives down left, and Horace takes a shot at it. Here's B.J. with a push on the hip. So Price to the line, and we talk about good shooters. You're going to talk about a guy to shoot an 89%, a chance to get up to 90.
It's a little bit down. His career average is 90.8%. Reddy's the all-time best in free throw shooting. There you get a look at some other numbers there. This season, his minutes are up. His field goal shooting a little better. He's scoring more.
Well, that should bring him up there. He was at 89.
Bulls set it up. Kukoc on the drive down the lane. Wennington again left unattended. Kukoc gets the carom. Tony looking to do some business at the baseline.
They want to go for one shot.
Yep. There's about a 3-second differential shot clock to game clock. Shot clock on the left, game clock on the right of your screen. Kukoc guarded by Doherty. Takes him off the dribble with the left hand.
Big Bill!
And oh, man! Yes, and MJ loves it.
Beautiful job. Again, Wennington has done that several times. Followed up and ripped one off the rim and thrown it back in. So we got 5 seconds.
Time winding down. Battle.
Scottie
by Pippen. For the reverse jam. Oh, man. What a way to finish the first period of play. End of one complete. The Bulls 26, the Cavaliers 18.
Tom Skilling.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head and Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head and Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. See the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head and Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
He's a very special reindeer.
He's gonna fly! He's gonna fly!
Prancer, Sunday at noon on WGN Channel 9.
24-18. Here's your time and the clock. Scottie's going to retreat here, not let him make a pass this way. Make him pass it to the middle. Scottie will step out, get the ball. He won't let him pass it straight down now. Watch this. He knows where the pass has got to go to the middle. He blocks it with the left hand. The clock is going off, and he jams it to give the Bulls a 26-18 start of the second quarter.
And we're underway. Terrell Brandon now at point guard for the Cavaliers. John Battle, the other guard for the Cavs. There's a look at the numbers in this first half of play. Inside points heavily in favor of Chicago. Got a foul off the ball here, and it's on Scottie Pippen. His first and the first on the team. Phil Jackson, a little smile in the corner of his mouth there. Just a touch of a smile.
The Bulls
back to business.
Defense did a great job. Doherty with 3 shots, only 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, and Price with just 4 points.
Ferry on for the first time tonight. Danny Ferry's becoming a little more of a consistent scorer on the perimeter for the Cavaliers. Ferry with Doherty and Hill up front for Cleveland. The Bulls with Kerr at one guard, Pippen out the other side, then Blount, Kukoc, and Weddington the front line. Here's Scottie. Weddington from the outside again. Pippen up high for another offensive rebound. Kukoc.
Oh, Tony! Boy, he had two guys out of the gym. Oh, beautifully done. Kukoc with 4.
There's some red faces on the Cleveland Cavalier defenders here.
Get the ladder so they can get back down.
Yeah, they're up there. Here's Ferry. Terrell Brandon, guarded by Steve Kerr. Brandon missed the first 9 games of the season with mononucleosis. Just getting back into things.
Oh, yeah, great feed. Pippen the ball. Boy, he looked off the rookie in the corner in Kukoc in a 20-second timeout taken by Fratello, but he looked off Kukoc in the right-hand corner and caught Corey Blount, who had streaked down the court. Let's take a look at it. Now watch Scottie. He looks over here and fires it down to Blount. Beautifully done. And here's Tony Kukoc. Up goes 1, up goes 2. Tony Stuffo. Beautifully done.
It's like you said, Ferry and Doherty needed parachutes to get back down for the next play.
Beautifully done. The Bulls now with a 10-point lead, and again they get it running. They like to sprint that center out, and they did that with Corey Blount down the court.
John, I guess to run for the Bulls in this game tonight, especially effective against a team that decidedly favors the half court, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, they're a slow team generally. They're trying to be a little upbeat.
You know, the fans are still booing Danny Ferry for last year's Michael deal, or 2 years ago.
That's right.
Doherty with the hook shot. Pippen the rebound. Scottie on the push. Kerr squares up. Weddington the rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Bulls.
Tony, look at the 3. Oh!
Terrell Brandon comes back the other way. Battle. To the offensive work done by the Bulls on the boards. There's a bump here on Scottie. That's his second personal foul, and that might precipitate a move on the Bulls bench.
To the middle, the bump. The shot, as soon as John Battle heard it, he tried to put it up, and Doherty comes, or John Williams comes back in the game.
Hot Rod Williams back on for the Cavaliers. And JoJo English on for the first time tonight as Scottie Pippen has a seat on the bench. 2 shots coming up for John Battle. Been in double figures 7 times this season.
John Battle fell in the doghouse with Lenny Wilkins, and since Lenny moved on to Atlanta, he's been revived by Mike Fratello and has given him some help.
Well, you know, Battle played some good basketball down in Atlanta under Fratello.
Yes.
And so you would expect that he'd be out of the doghouse, at least for the time being, with the new head coach being Fratello. Kerr. Nicely done. Came off the screen. Squared up for an easy couple. Bulls leading by 10. That's their biggest lead, John.
They know about Kerr, too. He played for Cleveland.
Yes, he did. Hot Rod Williams with the right hand, left it short. Here comes Kukoc. Bulls continue to run. Kukoc, bullet feed, Blount. Steve Kerr. Kukoc. Weddington. 10 to go on the shot clock. Kukoc against Ferry. Oh, nicely done.
Well, he went to his left, his right, stuck it right over Ferry's head and into the jar. 6, and it's good to see Tony get off. He was up, I mentioned he was up here working a little bit early before the game. He's got a little more aggressive in this game.
Ferry.
And that booing goes back to him and Michael getting into it in the playoffs.
Williams with the hook. Blount the rebound. Yeah, and these fans have a long memory, John. I mean, that was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's
when
basically a Democratic city, but they've got the memory of the elephant.
Kukoc. Weddington up high, can't get it. Terrell Brandon in good position. Kukoc picks up the foul here. You think he was booing Ferry? I don't know.
He looks good.
Yeah, he does.
He's enjoying himself. He looks terrific.
Look at the Cavs, boy, really struggling with their shooting overall, and certainly in the last 5.5 minutes. We got a timeout, 8:26 to go. First period of play. MJ watching his former team lead Cleveland by 12.
Hey, the Miss Perfect pageant.
Yeah.
Well, hoping nobody gets injured tonight. That's Dr. John Heffron of the Chicago Bulls, the team doctor. He's celebrating his 47th birthday and hopes nobody gets hurt. Doc, you did a great job on my hip. You gave me a new hip, and tomorrow's the Christmas party for the Bulls, and I will dance there.
You will dance. Something for us all to look forward to.
That's funny. I couldn't dance before.
Well, here's a look at the shooting, and man, it's a sad story for the Cavs. So the Bulls at 50%. Terrell Brandon sets it up against Steve Kerr. Brandon looking to take Kerr off the dribble. Kukoc reached in from behind, and Don Baden spies him for the foul. Second on Tony. That is the third on the team already with 8:14 to go in the second quarter.
He breaks down the lane. Tony reaches in, hits him across the wrist as he was going to go up for the shot. So only one basket by Danny Ferry, 2 free throws by Battle. And now Terrell Brandon makes a free throw here. John Paxson looking on.
John looking forward to getting back into practice in the next couple of weeks. Terrell Brandon hits on a second. You've heard a lot of rumors also about Scott Williams. You know, people saying, whispering that he's probably going to need surgery, whatever. John Heffron, the Bulls doctor, told me tonight that he expects him to continue to improve and get better, and he'll be back on the floor hopefully by the first of the year, in practice at least. Corey Blount trying to feed Kerr, and it's knocked away. The Cavaliers come away with it. Kukoc misdirects that pass, and Kerr picks it off. Tony. Bulls have a fresh shot clock now. Wennington on the post. Oh, good feed. Blount had it blocked by Hill. Wennington is there. Blocked from behind by Hot Rod Williams. JoJo English had it tipped away from behind by Battle, and Battle gets it back from Hot Rod. Brandon to Battle. He's fouled by English. First on JoJo, fourth on the team.
Well, now the fouls are getting to the Bulls.
Make that 5-team foul.
They're in the penalty. And there it is. The play comes on to Battle, and he goes up on the side. JoJo gets him across the side. Now, the last 4 points they've scored, there's Scott Williams right there. The last 4 points they've scored have been from the free throw line, and they've put in a good free throw shooting team to the test here to bring him back. And Battle has made now 3 in a row.
Well, you mentioned it, 75, almost 76% as a team for the Cavaliers at the free throw line, and Battle's got 4 points, all of which have come from the foul line. You're right, 6 of the 8 Cleveland points in this quarter have been to the charity stripe. Blount, Tyrone Hill jumps at him.
This is their pressing defense with these younger team.
Kukoc for 3. Tony gets it back. Wennington sets. Blount knocked it out of bounds. No, last touch by Tyrone Hill. It will be Chicago basketball.
Stacey King gets the call.
King was our guest on Bullseye earlier tonight. He comes in for Bill Wennington, who gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here. And well deserved. Kerr.
Bring it up. It looked like the man Brandon was all over him, but Steve stuck around.
Bulls again by 10. Biggest lead for Chicago here tonight has been 12. Now they had Hill over the middle in the lane a moment ago.
Make it come from out, Stace. Make it come from out.
Hot Rod taken away by Kukoc. Stopped by Mills for a moment. Here comes Tony. Kukoc on the spin. Oh, nice move.
That's been a Tony Kukoc show here in this quarter. He's got 6 points in this quarter.
Again, the Bulls equal their biggest advantage. Here's the pressure. Hill. Stopped by Blount.
Still in the back court.
Yes, he is. Gets it ahead to Brandon. Now they'll run some offense. That's what you want to do on that press. Get it in the hands of a big guy. Kukoc almost had a pick.
It could come out.
Williams knocked away by English. Here comes Kerr.
Kerr says set it up.
Set up the triangle. Now reverse to English off the screen by King. Stacey's wide open. Stacey shooting about 39% this season. There's the shooting in this period. As we mentioned, Cavaliers most of their points from the line in this quarter. Terrell Brandon. And Terrell, having put in on his first field goal of the game, has 4 points. Got a timeout coming up here. Chicago. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go. First half. Mike Fratello and the visiting Cavaliers trail by 10.
10-point Bull lead. Terrell Brandon or John Battle's going to take the ball over. Tony Kukoc is going to come over to double team, but he's going to put his left hand out. A bounce pass gets the ball to the man, but Tony's left hand sticking out gets the steal. Take a look. Tony comes out, bounce pass, no. Tony grabs the ball, starts out the break, comes all the way down. There he goes all the way down. He makes a little spin move around everybody and lays it up overhead. A bounce pass would have got him all out of all that trouble.
Take a look at the turnover story. Here's Steve Kerr up and firing and ring it up. Kerr has 6, all of which have come in the second period of play. Cavaliers scored a field goal by Terrell Brandon on their last possession. It was their first field goal in 6 minutes. You talk about defense.
Yeah.
Price back on now for the Cavaliers. Price and Brandon the backcourt combination for Cleveland. Daugherty on the turn. Pippen is there. Cavaliers continue to shoot under 40% from the field here tonight. Stacey King. JoJo English. Be denied by Daugherty for a moment. King has to chase down. Under 10 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Pippen. Brandon rips away the rebound. The lead for Wilkins against Kerr. No, but a foul. Here's what's on tap. Next up on WGN TV Channel 9 will be at the Boston Garden on Wednesday night, 6:30 Central Time for the Bulls and the Celtics. Kerr's first personal foul.
Gerald Wilkins going to go in to stuff it. Steve Kerr comes over and takes the foul. So they've been very effective from the free throw line. They've got 6 free throws in this quarter. Now make it 7.
Take a look at the NBA leaders in free throw percentage as a team, and the Cavaliers usually among those leaders. The Bulls, on the other hand, have struggled from the free throw line this season. Cavaliers are now 11 of 12 from the free throw line, 9 for Gerald Wilkins. The Bulls are 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight, but they have been struggling this year.
Well, 8 of their points have come from the line in this quarter.
10-point Chicago lead. Under 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Bulls offense still way out on the floor. 4 to go. BJ cranks a 3. Brandon chasing down. Cavaliers trying to get back in it. Brandon, good change of direction to the lane. Long arm of Stacey King on the rebound. Here's BJ. Armstrong gets the step.
Oh, he got bumped twice going through the middle, and he threw a half hook for his first 2 points of the game.
I think he lifted it up there with the palm of his hand instead of his fingertips that time. He was almost losing control of the ball.
That's a first point by a starter in this quarter.
Price. Right there is Scottie Pippen. Boy, the Bulls have owned the boards here tonight, John. BJ. Stacey King. Right by Daugherty. Pippen keeps it alive. Scottie gets tied up by Williams, and the foul on Hot Rod Williams is his first. It's the first on Williams, as I mentioned. Believe it or not, that's only the first on the team in the second period of play. So John Battle up off the bench. He reports on now for the Cavaliers here in a moment, following this free throw by Scottie Pippen.
You're right. Kukoc has shot the only 2 free throws.
On Saturday, December 25th, when the Bulls battle the Magic, it's Miller Genuine Draft Mini Bull-Limp Night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a Bulls Mini Bull-Limp. Compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. Steve Kerr gets a seat on the bench. Pete Myers back on. Scottie missing a pair. We've got a foul coming up here on Stacey King. First on Stacey.
Well, you don't want to give them 2 when the ball is dead, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to stroll down. So Pippen misses a pair. What do you have for Scottie from the field yesterday? Do you have that?
Scottie Pippen from the field. You mean from the free throw line or the field? He was 12 of 24 at Jersey.
And what was Horace Grant?
And Horace Grant was 7 of 12 at Jersey.
All right, that's pretty good. That's 19 of 36 from the field. But they were what, 6 for 18 from the.
Yeah, Horace was 4 of 9 from the free throw line.
And so was Scottie.
Yep.
4 from 9. So again, free throws, only 2 basket field goals. Here the Bulls still have a 10-point lead.
Pippen in traffic. Clears to Myers. Horace Grant. Stacey King. King gets it back in among the trees. Gerald Wilkins on the run for Cleveland. Terrell Brandon. Jumped at by Grant on the switch.
Get a hand up, Pip.
10 to go on the clock. Wilkins. Terrell Brandon. Brandon trying to get BJ in the air.
Boy, I'll tell you, they milked it all the way, and Brandon got him up. He got 6 points, and Bulls lead down to 8 now.
Scottie sets it up for Chicago. Horace Grant inside. Williams held him. Foul was out on the floor, according to Don Baden. And it is on Hot Rod Williams. Second on Williams. Second on the team. Phil Jackson holding one finger in the air, indicating the play that he wants run. Myers out front. BJ loses Terrell Brandon. Can't cash it. Back tap by King to Doherty. The numbers this quarter from the field. Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins with the J on the move. He has 11. Cavaliers are back to within 6. They had trailed by 12 moments ago. Grant on the block against Williams. Horace with the turnaround. Pippen is there. Scored and a foul.
Yes, Scottie Pippen up off the missed shot by his buddy, and that foul was on Gerald Wilkins. Horace up over the outstretched arms. It was Hot Rod Williams. Here comes Scottie in. He takes the ball, goes back up, lays it in off the glass. King leaves. Bill Wennington comes back in.
Scottie Pippen back at the free throw line.
Pip's got 10 in the game.
This week in the 3 games coming into this one, he's shooting just 41% from the free throw line, yet 50% from the floor.
There it is.
There it is. 11 for Pippen now. You know, despite his struggles from the free throw line, John, he's averaging 20 points a ball game. Think about it if he was shooting a little 60, 70% from the line.
24 a game.
Yeah. Battle. Oh, good feed to Williams, and he was tied up by Grant. Horace picks up the foul. That is only his first. Again, the Bulls have long been over the limit, and Hot Rod Williams heads to the free throw line.
This will be 11 and 12 free throws this quarter. In the last quarter last night, they were outshot 11 out of 14 by New Jersey, and that one bounces off the rim. That's the first one they've missed since Doherty missed his free throw.
Back in the first period of play. We have 1:32 left to go in this first half. Bulls are leading the Cavaliers by 9. And great to have you with us wherever you're watching around the country on WGN. Hot Rod puts in on his second, 1 out of 2 at the line. Chicago lead is 8. Exactly 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. Pippen plays ahead to BJ. Pete Myers open at the 3-point arc.
Yes, yes, a good hoop, and Mike Fratello screaming and hollering. Good hoop. Bill Wennington did it again. He's got 8 in the game. 8 in the game.
He wanted offensive basket interference.
See, you can do that in Europe, and he just came from the European tour. You can touch that ball over the rim.
Wennington played, the last 2 years in Europe.
Yeah, his team beat Tony's for the championship.
Terrell Brandon off balance. Nicely done. He has 8 points in the second quarter off the bench for the Cavs. Under a minute to go, first half. Myers gets the step to the baseline on the reverse. Pippen chases down the back tap. Myers doesn't realize 5 to go on the shot clock. 4 to go. Time winding down. Throws it away. Timeout called as Brandon stepped out of bounds. He got it done in time. Lost balance. Pete Myers looks confused.
Let's take a look at this Bill Wennington play. And they're saying the ball went over and hit the clock. Pete Myers shoots a 3. It goes up in the air. Just, you can't see what it does there, but it looked like it just hit. And Bill comes in and just guides that. I think that Bill got away with one there.
I think the ball was in that imaginary cylinder, right?
No, I think it was in the real one.
That imaginary cylinder that's supposed to go from the rim all the way up to the ceiling, John.
You got it.
He was in part of it somehow. On Saturday, January 8th, when the Bulls battle the Mavericks, it's Miller Lite Lovables poster night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a Lovables poster, compliments of Miller Lite. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr, along with our producer-director, Arnie Harris, assisted by Joe Corneo and Mandy Cohen in the truck. Glance up at the scoreboard by Tony Kukoc. Gotta wonder, Tony, it's a long way from Europe to the Madhouse on Madison.
We had a little bit of excitement, Tony and I, along with several other people, in the game in Philadelphia. We're rousted out at 2:30 in the morning. Down in the lobby, we heard the fire alarm, and Tony and I sat down there and watched everybody come down.
You know, and Phil Jackson said, I didn't get up. These things are mostly false alarms. I'd stay in bed.
Several of the guys did stay right through it.
Take a look at this. The Cavaliers defensively averaged 104.2 points per ball game. And then in the 91-92 season, 103.4. And again, this is the Cavalier opponents, 101.3. But again, if you take a look at scoring overall in the NBA from 1990 to this year, scoring overall is down. The Cavaliers, I think in a lot of cases, John, it's probably reflective of the style teams are playing more on the half court than, you know, in recent years. It's been gradually, the game has moved to the half court more than out on the floor.
It's their ball, remember, guys. 25 seconds.
Cavaliers on the inbound. Pressure in the backcourt by the Bulls. Battle hounded it. Gets it ahead to Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins beats Doherty. Brad Doherty with only his first field goal of the game. And here we have just 16 seconds left to go in the first half. Timeout. B.J. Armstrong gets it across. 22nd timeout for the Bulls with about 12 seconds left to go in the half.
You want that last second shot. Now you want to get maybe a few different guys in there that can put that ball in the hole for long distance.
In a lot of cases, the Bulls will bring in a couple of perimeter shooters and spread the floor.
Well, what he's done in the past is brought in Steve Kerr in this situation and Kukoc to keep it spread with B.J. Armstrong. You know they're going to give Horace room on the side. They'll give Wennington long distance room, and JoJo English, I would imagine they would give him some. So here's second chance points, and you get those off of that board. You keep banging on that offensive board, and the Bulls have done a good job, 14-2.
Yep, there it is.
See what you see what they've turned into. 15 of them turned into 14 points. Very good.
And if you take a look at what the Bulls did last night, they may have lost the battle on the boards overall, 48-39, but the Bulls did win 15-13, the battle on the offensive glass over the New Jersey Nets, a good rebounding team.
Kukoc is in the game now for Bill Wennington.
Kukoc, Myers, B.J. Armstrong, JoJo English out on the floor. Horace Grant of the inbound. Time left in the quarter. Right-hand corner of your screen. Kukoc goes to work. Tony gets the step on Wilkins. And the first half comes to a close as Wilkins lets fly. End of one half complete. Bulls led by as many as 12. They head off at halftime with a lead of 6 over Fratello and the visiting Cavaliers.
Some long-distance companies talk about discounts.
Tux rentals are expensive, so don't rent.
Copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Halftime here at Chicago Stadium. The Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Bulls have played well here tonight. At times they led by 12 points in the first half of play, but the Cavaliers hung tough, and they're down by 6 at the break. We look for a most interesting second half of play. But time now to step away for WGN News halftime report.
And tonight, it's the Bulls' turn, but this afternoon, the DePaul Blue Demons had their chance on the court. Our Dan Rowan is down at the stadium tonight with that story. Dan?
That's right, Rosanna. It was DePaul and Illinois State, and the Blue Demons were fortunate to come out of that game with a victory. They won it by a final of 74-72. Trying to protect a 2-point lead, Brian Kern's shot of ISU blocked by Michael Ravizzi. And as DePaul's bench looked on, 3/10 of a second left. You can't catch it and shoot it in 3/10, but Chad Altadonna did. Fortunately for DePaul, it did not go in, and the Blue Demons hang on to win it by a basket today at the Rosemont Horizon. A complete sports report coming up from Chicago Stadium after the Bulls game. For now, Dan Rowan, WGN News.
That's squeaking by. Thanks, Dan. Well, Jim Ramsey says there is a change in the weather coming. Stay with us.
Halftime at Chicago Stadium, and the Bulls holding a 6-point lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Red, and interesting first half of play. Bulls, I believe you circled it on your score sheet there, on like 4 occasions, led by as many as 12 points.
Yeah, 12-point lead. They had it cut down. Now they lead by 6, 47-41, but they had some fine offensive movements. But defense is what really turned it around for the Bulls. They have given up 2 for 15 from the field to John Williams, to Doherty, and to Mark Price, and that's doing something. But we did have some very good highlights in the first half. Let's take a look at them. First, we'll look at Mark Price, and here is his only basket. He comes off the screen, faces up, looks at it. We don't know if we'll see Mark in the second half, though. Here comes Scottie Pippen. You don't see him yet. Watch, 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 and from out of nowhere, there he is, and he powers it down and in. A nice job. Bill Wennington. Watch him, controversial. Tony Kukoc takes the ball. Bennington comes from the corner. Wennington, here he comes, he comes. Slambo, down for 2. And then Tony Kukoc sends everybody flying. Watch this. Watch what I got. Up there, is it a bird? No. Is it a plane? No. Tony over the rim and a slam dunk. Yes.
Take a look at the numbers. The Bulls, after it was all said and done, started off pretty well from the floor. Shot around 50% of the first half, finish at 42%. Rebounding, big edge in rebounding, especially on the offensive glass, and that leads to the last number on the right-hand column there, 14 second chance points. Montgomery Ward scoring leaders. Gerald Wilkins leading the way for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wilkins off the bench on 11 points, or I should say 11 points as a starter, and 4 of 6 shooting. There's Brandon off the bench with the 8 points, and then Doherty. Pippen leading the way for the Chicago Bulls. 5 of 11 shooting. Kukoc and Wennington both off the bench, contributing very good minutes for the Bulls in that first half of play. On the scoreboard, the Miller Lite scoreboard, New York Knicks leading Indiana in the 4th at Madison Square Garden. Washington over Atlanta in the 4th period of play, and Miami has a big advantage on Boston in the 4th. The Celtics have really cooled off of late. Jersey trailing Charlotte in the 4th. Minnesota down by 10 to Detroit in the 3rd, and Philadelphia leads Milwaukee in the 2nd. Big night of action in the NBA. Phoenix by 19 over Dallas at the break. Houston leading Seattle in the big one. The two teams with just 1 loss apiece, and San Antonio has the edge on Denver at halftime. Later on tonight, Golden State plays host to Utah out of the West Coast.
Well, you heard me mention about Mark Price maybe not coming back the second half. I was downstairs at halftime by the locker room, and Dr. John Heffron, we talked about him today, was looking at Mark Price. He's got a bruised calf, and he was icing it up. Doc took a look at it, and I don't think we'll see Mark Price in the second half. He did not come back to warm up, so that would be a blow for the Cavs, even though they've got some great play out of a couple of their backcourt players. John Battle and Terrell Brandon have done a fine job.
But, you know, Price, you could tell in the first half, John, just didn't seem to be moving the way we know he can. And as we mentioned, Price in that first half of play, 1 for 4 from the field, and he's a much better shooter, obviously, than 25%. But when you take Price out of the lineup, John, you're taking roughly almost 20 points a game, 51% shooting from the field, an 89-90% free throw shooter, and a guy who contributes 8 assists, 8.5 assists per game. So some big numbers. Here's a look at Big Bill Wennington. This is a busy week for the Bulls. That's what he's averaging this week. Positive minutes off the bench for the Bulls. Cavaliers start up to begin the second half of play. Terrell Brandon, Gerald Wilkins, a backcourt combination. Hot Rod Williams, Mills, and Doherty up front. Brandon over Armstrong.
Terrell Brandon shooting 32%. He has lit it up here against the Bulls. He's got 10 in the game.
4 of 6 shooting from the floor here tonight. Armstrong and Myers the backcourt for Chicago. Pippen, Cartwright, Grant the starting front line. Pete Myers penetrating. Grant now down low. Horace caught the rim. 6 for Horace Grant. The Bulls again lead by 6. Opening minute, third period. Maybe an overpass there by Williams. Mills gets it back. Doherty lowers the shoulder, and he was fouled. Bill Cartwright picks it up. It is his third and the first on the team.
The team's first.
There's a look at Bill Cartwright. Returned to action this week after missing 5 games with tendonitis in his knee. Williams on the drive, and this is going to go against Horace Grant. Horace picks up his second. Oh, wait a minute. Offensive foul. I misread his signal to the scorer's table. Calling it on John Williams, his third personal foul. Bulls set it up. Cartwright. Under 10 to go on the shot clock.
Get it
Again
up.
to Cartwright.
They throw it away. No, tipped off your finger, but you still got 4 seconds. Bulls got into this thing last night where they were perimeter, and then you take bad shots and turn it over. So Steve Kerr is going to come in right away.
John, is that a result of not getting enough movement away from the ball?
It's taken too long of getting into your offense. They dilly-dally with it outside and try to get set up and wait. And
Bill talking to B.J. Armstrong perhaps about that. A wild shot by Kerr on the runner. And here come the Cavaliers. Brandon. Mills on the drive with a finger roll. Grant to Pippen. Scottie got a 3-on-2 to Kerr. Ring it. Kerr with 8.
Well, he said what he wanted to say to B.J., so B.J. heads back out towards the scoring table here.
Brandon wants Doherty down on the post against Cartwright. Mills left unattended. Back tap to Mills. Fresh shot clock for the Cavs. Hot Rod Williams. Cartwright has position on Doherty for the rebound. Myers sets it up. Kerr to Cartwright. Oh, overplay that time by Doherty. Almost stole it. 10 to go on the shot clock. Cartwright throws it away. Here comes Wilkins. 2-on-2 break. To Mills, making it 3-on-2, and he lost it out of play. It'll belong to Chicago. Frustrating moments for Mike Fratello early in his career as head coach of the Cavaliers.
I'll tell you, they got it looks like an expensive coaching staff down there, doesn't it? Mike Fratello, Richie Adubato, who coached in the league, Ronnie Rothstein, Jim Boylan. Ooh, lots of money tied up in his staff.
Yes, sir.
Got to produce.
Overplay by Williams here denies Grant an opportunity.
13 seconds on the clock.
There they are right there.
Richie Adubato on the left and Ronnie Rothstein
on the right.
All those things you put in the books are okay. I put X's and O's. That was pretty good, but sometimes I went on the court and those X's were bigger than my O's. That don't work.
It's always a problem. Interior feed to Cartwright. 5 to go on the shot clock now as Big Bill goes to work with the left hand.
And they lose it out of bounds. Bill didn't get that ball up to the rim, and 3 blue shirts got in there. And 1 second on the clock.
Chicago ball with 1 second to go. Time to get the ball set and fired. Scottie on the inbounds. Horace just in time. Terrell Brandon takes it away. Bulls are struggling here at the outset of the second half. Wilkins score the field goal. Got a foul off the ball. It's on Pete Myers.
Pete Myers' first foul, and long jumper by Mills will go to the free throw line. It was Wilkins on the basket.
Wilkins on the basket. Mills goes to the free throw line. As you mentioned, first personal foul on Myers, second on the team.
So is he going to get one shot here? Yes, just one. Oh, badly missed it.
A rookie out of Arizona who started his college career at Kentucky. Bulls set it up on the half court. Armstrong out front. A little more movement now in this set. 8 to go on the shot clock. Scottie. Off the heel of the rim. Wilkins to Terrell Brandon, and the Cavs on the move. They trail by 6. Doherty down low. Only the second from the field for Doherty, has 7 points. Cavaliers back to within 4. Horace Grant flashing high. BJ off the screen. Bulls coming up short.
Blank on everything. Everything is short.
Slow start to the third quarter for the Bulls. Wilkins for 3. Armstrong tips it over to Cartwright. Bulls by 4. They have just 4 points here in this quarter. We're almost 5 minutes in. Pippen the turn off the glass. 13 for Pip. Bulls now shooting 41% from the field. Turnaround by Doherty, and he's got 2 now in a row. 9 points for Brad Doherty. Cavaliers hanging in there, trailing by 4. The alley-oop for Pippen. And the Cavs clean it up. Brandon wanted hot rod on the block. Under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Wilkins. Here's Brandon. Doherty down low, 5 to go on the shot clock. Mills, the rookie. Brandon with 2 to go, with 1 to go. Wilkins. And we've got a shot clock violation, I believe. It'll belong to the Bulls anyways, and carried out of bounds. We've got a break in the action. 6:35 to go. In this, the third quarter, the Bulls lead the Cavaliers by 4.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not.
The problem with sending fresh flowers is that they don't stay fresh for long. This time, give her a gift that will linger long after the flowers are gone. A gift that will remind her how much you care every time she wears it.
He loves me. He loves me not.
Just call 1-800-4-PERFUME. It's the simply elegant way to make a lasting impression. Your gift is beautifully boxed and delivered right to their door with your own personal message. 1-800-4-PERFUME has over 75 famous name fragrances for women and men. Giorgio, Chloe Narcisse, Red, White Diamonds, Shalimar, Paco Rabanne, Photo, Lagerfeld. If you need help choosing, just ask our gift consultant.
He loves me.
1-800-4-PERFUME, the simply elegant alternative to flowers.
Now, when I was a young boy,
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. For those who discovered its smooth draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
the greatest man alive. But now I'm a man, way past 21.
Let's pause right here for station identification.
You're watching WGN-TV Channel 9 Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Don't forget, coming up after our game, WGN News. Also like to remind you, the Bulls' wives next week will be selling Chicago Bulls three-peat Christmas ornaments right here at Chicago Stadium on sale December 17th for the next game and December 18th for San Antonio right here at Chicago Stadium. That'll be next week.
That's right.
Bulls
The money
flags.
will go to 3 charities. Teammates, they're called. That's a great name for it, isn't it?
Sure is. Here's a look at the shooting in this quarter. Horace Grant. Put up that negative number there, Red, and they drain one every time. Works all the time.
They're up to 40% now.
Chicago by 6. Cavaliers, Chris Mills, the rookie. There's Doherty against Cartwright. 10 to go on the clock. Mills wants Hot Rod, takes it over the top. Scottie Pippen. Beat Myers. Bulls set up some offense. BJ flashing up high.
That's the best look BJ's had at it. He didn't take a shot.
Doesn't have many shots here tonight, John. Cartwright left unattended. Hot Rod was running at him, but didn't get there in time. Big Bill with 6. His first 2 points since the opening quarter. Chicago's lead back to 8. Here's Doherty. Pass out to Mills. Terrell Brandon right back to the rookie. Mills drew Grant on the switch. Nicely done. Good move by Chris Mills.
Came in with the left hand.
He's going to be a good offensive player for this team. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the third.
Watch those feet, Pete. Pete, 3 Pete, something.
Cartwright finds Armstrong. Myers up high for 2. No. Wilkins on the move for the Cavaliers. Brandon on the drive. He was clobbered. Foul coming up against the Chicago Bulls. Be their 3rd team foul. Oh, he's still down on the play.
Pippen's 3rd. So 2 players will come in here. Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc 4.
Timeout.
All right, coming down the middle. What happens? Oh boy. It's a feet tangled up there.
Timeout taken right now with 4:45 left to go, third quarter. And we will return to Chicago Stadium after these messages.
Numbers. From day one, our lives are filled with numbers. Some are good. A lot you can do without. But here's one number you don't want to do without.
1-800-THE-CARD. Call now to apply for the American Express card.
With the card, you'll get some really great numbers. Like 1,700, the number of places you can turn to for help. And 58,000 cash machines, in case you like to have money in your pocket. And if you lose the card, you can get a new one within 24 hours.
Mr. Richards, we can have another card for you right away.
But best of all, the interest you pay is a nice round figure. 0. Relax. And of course, wherever you use the card, the one thing you'll never be treated like is a number.
So give us a call. You can apply right over the phone.
Call to apply for the American Express card. The number is 1-800-THE-CARD.
How do you order Miller Genuine Draft Light, the cold-filtered light with smooth draft taste during the big game? Say MGD Light and say no more. How do you order a Miller Genuine Draft Light, the cold-filtered light with smooth draft taste at a singles bar?
Give me an MGD Light. Anyone have change for 20? We'll let him in here.
Say MGD Light and say no more.
Coming up Saturday, December 25th, Bulls battle the Magic. It's Miller Genuine Draft Mini Bowl-Limp Night. First 10,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a Bulls Mini Bowl-Limp. Compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. There's June Jackson on the left of your screen.
That's Tex's wife next to her, Tex Winter's wife.
And, of course, June is heading up the Teammates program you mentioned a moment ago. And they'll be selling the Christmas ornaments next Friday and Saturday here at Chicago Stadium. 4:45 left to go in this third quarter. And the Bulls have labored, but they still have a 6-point lead. They led by 6 at intermission.
If you didn't know and you were just watching that game in the second quarter, you might think the Bulls were running away with this game. But all those trips to the free throw line when the clock was dead kept putting points on for the Cavs.
The Cavaliers cashed into the free throw line. Brandon missing his first here. They were 11 of 12 from the free throw line in the second quarter, Red, and that's really how they hung in the game.
Absolutely.
11 points now for Brandon as he splits a pair. Chicago's lead is 5. 4:40 left to go in the third. Kerr out on the floor now for the Bulls.
He grabbed him by the shirt coming across.
Foul coming up here on the rookie Chris Mills.
You can do that if you've passed your second or third year, but your first year, can't grab jerseys. It's in the book when they hand it to you.
Yes, sir.
No jersey grabbing.
And another 3 years he'll get away with that. Kukoc picked up by Williams. Kerr, Pippen, Kukoc, Grant, Cartwright on the floor for the Bulls. Pippen gets it away. Cartwright almost came up with a cheap rebound that time. Hill gathered it in. Now Williams to Brandon, and the Cavaliers assemble offensively. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, and this is the third quarter. Wilkins. Williams, the big guy, underneath the bucket.
And he's been quiet. He's got 3 in the game.
Just his first field goal of the game. You're right. Cavaliers are back to within 3, and the crowd senses the Bulls need a lift right here. Cartwright in close. Pippen.
Bill,
last touch by Wilkins.
Michael's hollering foul. Everybody's hollering foul. Bill got a body bump.
And no foul called. Well, see, Mike doesn't have to worry about it the way these guys do now. You can laugh off one of those calls.
20-second timeout. They can't get the ball in. The Bulls started to run their play before. What did Michael say in the last play? Oh, man, that's a foul. He hit him. Right. Mike was a co-captain with Bill, of course, last 3 years.
3 championship seasons for the Bulls. What a run that was. My goodness. 3-point lead Chicago now as you look at Horace Grant. Horace been somewhat quiet here tonight. Does have 8 points in the ball game and 6 rebounds. Horace really played courageously last night. He had the flu, had to leave the ball game in the second quarter. Came back and played well out of Jersey. 7 of 12 from the field, 16 rebounds, 9 on the offensive glass at 18 points, and got it out 36 minutes with the flu. Kukoc looking on the inbound, just did get it in time. There's the shot clock in the left-hand corner of your screen. Offense is still way out on the floor.
Get it up.
Scottie, does he realize it? Yes, he does. For 3 off the glass, hard. Terrell Brandon the rebound. Offense has been a labor for the Bulls here in this third period of play.
Now, they haven't come up with anything out of the triple post. Now, what they want to do is to push that tempo up, get them running, and that's what they've done so well.
Brandon chased down by Horace Grant.
This is what
Scottie
they want.
Pippen.
This is what they want. Let's see what happens here.
Pippen pushes, but the Cavs are back. Wennington. Interior feed, Pippen. Scottie has 15 now, 4 in this third quarter. 4 of the 12 Chicago points in the period. Doherty on the block, double team from Kukoc. Doherty was pushed, and apparently it's coming up on Wennington with the body. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, it is on Wennington. Second on Bill.
Didn't get there quick enough.
4 team fouls on the Bulls now as the Cavs resume. There's the team foul situation. Cavs have just 1. They've got fouls to give down the stretch here in this quarter. Wilkins across the lane with the right hand. Gerald Wilkins with 15. 3-point Chicago lead. Kukoc to Grant, who was held by Tyrone Hill. It's the first on Hill and the second on the team. There's Mike Fratello.
You're not going to get a JoJo English call or a Kukoc or Wennington or Steve Kerr. Horace might get a call now and then down there.
Wennington. Turnaround on Doherty. Doherty stuffed it.
Went off his...
They're ruling it went off Wennington on the block by Doherty. So the Cavaliers stop the Bulls and get a chance here to either tie it with a tray or close to within one with a conventional field goal.
2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Under 2 minutes to go now in the third. Hot Rod wants it on the block against Grant, and he gets it. Williams in close. Grant denies it, but a foul.
They go to the line every time they go down, go up tight. It's on Horace Grant.
Second on Horace. They have gotten him on the arm a little bit.
Williams at the line.
Hot Rod at the free throw line. Williams, quiet night as Red mentioned a moment ago. 3 points, make it 4. Williams broke a shooting slump against Portland with 21 points, a 9 of 13 for the field, but overall he's been struggling from the field the last 6-7 games. And Hot Rod has 5 points here tonight.
Very quiet. The crowd very laid back here as the Bulls are slowly dissipating this league, not getting good shots, not getting a good look at the hoop.
They led by 12 on 4 occasions in the first half. By 6 at the break, they lead by 1 now. Make it 3. Bring it for Steve Kerr. 10 points off the bench for Kerr. Cavaliers set it up. This is John Battle backing Kerr. Hill setting up on the block against Kukoc. Here's Tyrone with 10 to go on the shot clock. Hill backs in Kukoc. Wennington takes the rebound. Steve Kerr on the move. Bulls trying to push it a bit. Cavs get back defensively. They set up a triangle to the right. Into Horace Grant. Kukoc out front. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. 10 to go on the shot clock. English, 3 for 3.
JoJo's second three-pointer of this young season for him.
And that gets the Bulls on top now by 64-58. Doherty looking inside for Williams. Brad across the lane to the right hand. Back tapped rebound up for grabs, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Cavaliers. Mike Fratello looking on Saturday, January 8th. Bulls battle the Mavericks. Miller Genuine Draft Lovables poster night. First 10,000, 21 and older, get a Lovables poster. Compliments of Miller Lite.
Don't want to cheat JoJo. That was his third this year.
Third tray.
Yeah.
Cavs have 16 to go on the shot clock. They'll inbound again. Who's going to inbound it now?
Well, Wilkins is going to try to go down low to take JoJo English down low.
Hot Rod on the inbounds. Battle out high, guarded by Kerr. 10 to go now on the clock. Battle on the drive, bumped by Kerr, scored, and a foul.
Tony Kukoc should have come over on that play there to help him make him throw it to Tyrone Hill. Tyrone Hill, not a very good shooter, but he bumps him on the way down the lane. Watch this. Battle comes in, puts the bump to him, and then flips it up, gets a good look at the hoop.
6 for Battle here tonight. Make it 7. The Cavaliers off that three-point play are back to within 3. Here's Kukoc. Time left in the quarter, right-hand corner. That's all that matters now. Kukoc on the move against Williams. Wennington out of the corner. Missed it badly. Battle has it. As time expires in the third, the Cavaliers cut a 6-point Chicago lead down to 3 at the end of 3 periods complete.
This holiday season, Christmas everywhere will depend on the courage of one little girl.
Do you want me to help you?
And what happens to one very lost reindeer.
I bet Santa doesn't think you'll get back in time.
A story filled with love and magic.
He's gonna fly! He's gonna fly!
Come along on a holiday adventure for the whole family. Prancer, Sunday at noon on WGN Channel 9.
one of the world's truly great magazines. While some magazines promise you gimmicks, National Geographic gives you the world for only $21 a year. You'll enjoy award-winning photographs that explore the remarkable diversity of our world. Whether you're trekking across Africa or racing to adventure, National Geographic takes you far beyond ordinary reporting. Join the society, and you'll also receive up to 6 valuable reference maps. National Geographic promises you the best and nothing less.
To join, call 1-800-241-8300. Charge your membership or send $21 to the National Geographic Society. That's 1-800-241-8300.
Judging from the latest fashion trends, there's never been a better time to give Dad a cordless drill for Christmas. This gene controls a person's ability to organize tools. Unfortunately, it's recessive.
He's the new king of late night. Yo, shake 'em, mama! It's Night Court with Dan Fielding. Weeknights at 10 on WGN Channel 9.
64-61. Scottie Pippen has the ball up here. He's going to give the ball off, go down here, and get inside. Gerald Wilkins will take his eye off for a minute. Bill Wennington will come in here, get the ball, look, and then drop the ball down to Scottie, and Scottie's got the easy shot into the hoop. All right, Wennington has the ball. Here comes Scottie down. He looks, he sets a screen. Now he posts up in front, and he goes up over the top. Beautifully done. The Bulls' 3-point lead. The Bulls 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. They're 18 out of 22, and the Bulls have to get B.J. Armstrong, when he comes back in, some shots. 1 out of 6 from the field for B.J.
He only got 1 shot in that third period of play. JoJo English, Steve Kerr started the backcourt. Kukoc, Wennington, and Grant up front for the Bulls. Bobby Phil's in the ball game now for the first time tonight for Cleveland. Phil's in battle the backcourt for the Cavaliers.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Yep, they sure do. 5 to go on the shot clock. Kukoc had it knocked away, and Ferry takes it for the Cavaliers. Ferry, Doherty, and Tyrone Hill, the front line for the Cavs. Here's Battle penetrating. Ferry open on the outside. Wennington is there for the board. Kukoc. Grant wants it in the post.
Tyrone Hill gets called. The first foul down low against Horace Grant. His second.
We're just underway, 4th period. First team foul on the Cavaliers. Been pretty close pretty much throughout, although the Bulls in the first half had a 12-point lead on 4 different occasions.
Good screen.
Kerr.
Horace with a good man screen, and Kerr has 12.
Chicago's lead is 5. Some pressure in the backcourt from Kerr. Doherty delivers a screen. Battle down the sidelines. Battle. Stop and go move. JoJo English in position for the rebound. Bulls looking to get off to a good start in this 4th period of play, unlike the 3rd quarter where they really labored. Kerr rims out. Cavaliers trail by 5. English playing tight on Bobby Phil's. Phil's to the lane. Grant the rebound.
Bobby Phil's, he got some shoulders on him, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Woo.
He wearing shoulder pads?
He's been on a reserve on their team for a couple years.
Shot clock on the left side of your screen. Kerr. Kukoc. Grant.
Yeah, right in his hand. Just like they call him the waiter, the ball came off, and Horace served that one back in for 10. 20-second timeout.
Mike Fratello wants 20 seconds to talk to his team. 9:55 for the game, and the Chicago lead is up to 7. Your Chicagoland Baskin-Robbins is serving up a 3-point play. Buy your favorite 2 scoops of ice cream, add your favorite topping, get it in a special The Bowl Sundae cup. The Bowl Sundae is available only at participating Chicagoland Baskin-Robbins stores.
I'll have one to go. Good rebounding. Tony flips the ball. Watch it come out beautifully off the rim. Horace says, I'll take that with my one hand and lay it back in. Thanks, Tony, for putting it up there where I can get it. So Corey Blunt comes in the game for Tony Kukoc. No, he comes in for, who did we see? Horace leaving.
Cavaliers scoring. We mentioned their defense was improved in terms of points allowed. But take a look at this. Cavaliers, when scoring 100 plus, that's last year, and when scoring under 100 points, they just don't get it done, and they're heading toward a less than 100-point performance here tonight. Last year,
they got 6 players on the floor, can't figure out who can't get in there, and then Terrell Brandon says, you better stay out on the side.
Terrell, there's a big smile on his face here at the scorer's table. He says, my God. Oh, well, we're in a communication business here. Just under 10 minutes to go for the game. Bulls leading by 7. Darty against Weddington. Double team briefly from Kerr. Darty with a pirouette type move. Little tiptoe J. He has 11. Corey Blount back on for the Bulls. 9.5 to go.
That's it, Billy, right there. Nail it. Yeah. You could see it open up. You hope Steve Kerr could find him, and Weddington has 10.
7-point Chicago lead. Williams right by Blount. Scored.
No, he said
no, wait a minute. They apparently made, yep, he made the call before the shot. Foul is on Corey Blount, his first and the first on the team. No shot on the play. Foul was called before the basket.
Well, the rookie gets a break. He gets a good news, bad news. The foul's on you, but it's not a continuation. It may be a 3.
Brandon sets it up out of the point for the Cavaliers. Away from the ball, got some pushing going on. English.
JoJo. Yeah, he fouled Brandon, or Battle coming through there.
Second on JoJo. Second of the team.
Don't get yourself in foul trouble now, guys.
Still over 9 minutes to go here in the fourth. Terrell Brandon. You don't want to put the Cavs at the line the way they're shooting from the free throw line tonight. Battle penetrates, throws it away. Corey Blount comes away with it. English. Bulls on the run to Kukoc. Tony. Oh, found Corey Blount.
Beautifully done. Corey Blount chased that ball down in the corner, and then he gets a hustle basket. Beautifully done. Timeout by Fratello and the Cavs.
8:42 left to go for the game. Bulls by 9.
This little piggy was in a head-on crash. This little piggy was broadsided. This little piggy was in a rollover. This little piggy was in a pile-up. But not one little piggy was hurt. They were all in safety seats.
Nothing kills more children than automobile accidents. Please, get a safety seat. For information, call Help Me Grow, 1-800-323-GROW.
A partnership with Ronald McDonald Children's Charities in the state of Illinois.
How do you order Miller Genuine Draft Light? The cold filtered light with smooth draft taste during the big game? Say MGD Light and say no more. How do you order a Miller Genuine Draft Light? The cold filtered light with smooth draft taste at happy hour.
1 MGD Light, please.
Say MGD Light and say no more.
Boiling all Rose Flight 23. Chamarella's on the fly. Oh, say, can you see? 23 banks right on a non-stop flight. Gives you the tongue, tucks you in nighty-night. 23 on the jam scam, on the slam bam. Excuse me, ma'am. On the cram cam. 23 feet of vertical leap. He's an ultrasonic, funkadelic, atmospheric freight.
Well, you're back with a 9-point lead for the Bulls. Corey Blount right here stops the drive of John Battle. Will chase the ball down in the corner and then sprint down court. And we'll see what happens as Tony Kukoc finds him. Now watch Corey Blount. He comes out, he finds the ball, and they tell the rookie, run, and good things will happen. JoJo English pushes it. Tony Kukoc on the side and into your screen. Here comes the rookie underneath. Nobody there. Look what I found. Yeah.
Scoring by quarters now in the ball game. Bulls, by the way, in the last 4.5 minutes have outscored the Cavaliers 13-5. That's dating back, of course, in part to the end of the third quarter. Doherty on the block against Wennington. Some double team from English. Pass into the paint, up for grabs. Wennington comes up with it, tied up by Hot Rod Williams. And
jump ball.
Call it jump ball. Wennington wanted a foul, said he grabbed me on the arm, man.
Look up my arm.
Yeah.
Ball is down on the floor. Blunt went down for it. He's got it. They got arms. They got everything.
Wennington on the jump. With the Cavalier end against Hot Rod Williams. Hot Rod controls. Gerald Wilkins. Doherty inside on Wennington. Scored and a foul.
That's the Blunt come over too late, just a little bit too late.
Corey gets his
There's
second.
the fake over the head, and he just works underneath the basket and knocks it in off the glass. So they don't want to let Doherty get started here. So Pippen comes back in the game for JoJo English.
There it is.
How'd you like to shoot a free throw into that?
Be a little distracting.
No, not for him, I guess.
Doherty now with 12 points. Pippen. Tony Kukoc.
He's saying illegal defense. They're trying to get here.
10 to go
Three,
to shot
Tony.
clock. Kukoc left it short. Corey Blount the rebound.
Steve, look at it.
Kerr from the outside.
Three, yes. Look at it, Steve. 50% fire from three-point range.
Danny Ferry with the left hand. Hot Rod Williams. Nice drop for Doherty. But again, Kukoc jumps out on defense. Double team from Kerr. Doherty draws contact, doesn't get the field goal, but he will go to the line.
Done. Yeah, everybody's up. Yeah, right, Mike. Baby foul that they. It's actually a protection of this guy.
Look at the
that
advantage
play.
the Cavs have had of the free throw line. My goodness. Doherty gets another at the line. He has 15 points. 7:28 left to go for the game. Chicago lead is 8. 16 for Doherty. Phil Jackson wants Steve Kerr on the point. Kukoc in the middle of the floor. Finds Blount down low. Oh, he missed the jam.
Yep, it came flying out of there.
He caught the heel of the rim. Cavs set up quickly on offense. Doherty lost the handle on it. Kerr picks it off. Here's Kukoc.
Oh! Yes! Shot by Tony. A foul! Yes, it counts. Tony said, I finally get the break I'm looking for. He gets his 10th point, and he gets it against the guy they like to boo here in the stadium, Danny Ferry. Goes up off the glass with the left hand. Ferry trying to get away on the side. Picks up the foul.
Kukoc has reached double figures once again.
Yeah, he's had him in every game except the last 2 games and did not shoot well, but here he's got 11. And the Bulls lead is 10.
Kukoc 4 of 11 from the field. 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and from the outside for 3. Danny Ferry comes right back and gets it back for the Cavaliers. Gave up a 3-point play on one end and gets 3 on the other.
There's a foul as they had him in a box on the side. Ferry and Brandon.
Ferry gets called for the foul.
His second. Ferry was the first guy to score in his quarter outside of Brad Doherty. Doherty's got 7 points in his quarter.
Don't forget the news coming up following our game here tonight at Chicago Stadium. And it's great to have you with us across the country. Wennington changed his mind. Kukoc for 3. three. No. Pippen the rebound.
Steve,
shot clock.
look at it.
For three.
Look at it, Steve. Yeah, ring it up. Burying and burning his old team.
Second tray in a row for Kerr. Bulls by 10. Brandon, interior feed. Williams had Horace on the bat. Number 3 on Grant, 4th on the team. Make that 5 on the team. 10-point Chicago lead. Take a look at the field goal shooting from three-point land. And coming into tonight's game, Steve Kerr an even 50%. And Kerr is 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. Hot Rod puts in on his first. Up off the bench, Pete Myers checking in. And he's going to get Tony Kukoc. Second for Williams. Hot Rod leads this team in blocked shots, almost 2 blocks per game, and he puts in on a second from the free throw line. Now has 7 points. Cavaliers hanging in. They trail by 8. Bulls on the attack, running some offense at the half court. Taking their time and getting into it, too. Wennington lost the handle for a moment. Turnaround over Doherty. Ferry positioning the rebound. Phil Jackson wanted a rebounding foul on Ferry. Wilkins to the back door, and Doherty. Doherty with 18. 9 in this fourth quarter. He's getting started, John. As you mentioned, you don't want to let him get out. Brad Doherty had 9 in the first 3 quarters. He now has 18 in the game. And let's see, we've got a timeout, Chicago. 5.5 left to go. And the ball game in a 10-point lead by the Bulls has dissipated to 6.
With the big payback.
Hey fans, enter the Bulls sweepstakes to win a 300 ZX, a Chicago Harley-Davidson limited edition Sportster, a dream vacation courtesy of IBI Travel, American Airlines, and Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, or many other great prizes. Simply fill out the entry form on the back of Bulls tickets or on Bulls pocket schedules for your chance to win. Along with our producer-director Arnie Harris, who's being assisted tonight by Joe Corneo and Mandy Cohen, I'm Wayne Larrabee with the big redhead, Red Kerr, from Chicago Stadium. Take a look at the shot selection here. Boy,
look at the free throws.
Free throw side. Big advantage, and yet the Bulls have the lead by 6, and Myers makes it 8.
Pete quiet since that first quarter.
Pete with just 4 here tonight. A chant of defense from the stadium crowd. Doherty on the block, double teamed by Grant. Ferry at the three-point arc. Takes it 2. Danny Ferry with 7 points now to match his average for the season. Six-point Chicago lead. 4:45 for the game. 10 on the shot clock. Grant delivers a screen out front. Grant jumped at by Doherty. They reverse to Myers. Cavaliers now chance to close to within 4. Brandon. Ferry. Taken away by Pippen. Knocked out of bounds by Ferry.
Scottie didn't buy on Danny Ferry's fake outside, and when he put it down, Scottie stripped him.
Bulls leading 83-77. Coming up in 4 minutes to go for the game.
Bulls with another good turnover ratio tonight.
Pippen. Myers. Nicely done.
Beautifully done, Pete. Could have taken that jumper out of the corner, wasn't happy with it, went right down and in. That's pick and roll high.
Brandon. There's Doherty down low. Skip pass over to Wilkins at the three-point stripe. He's picked up on a switch by Wennington. They want to take him on the dribble. Double teams from Myers stops that. Williams gives it up in the lane. Wennington takes over. Kerr, Myers, Pippen. Myers fouled by Williams.
That was a chop, too. He tried to hold him up, but he really whacked him in the back. Pete Myers looking. He's going to get up. He's an 81% free throw shooter. And here comes Kerr over to Pete. So Scottie back to Meyer. He goes up and gets hammered. He holds him up. Phil's still trying to find the flagrant foul on it. Pete Myers and Armstrong and Kerr, the shooters that are above 80%, 82 for Pete.
Myers now with 7 points, 5 of which have come here in the fourth period of play. This week he's been averaging 13 points on 53% shooting from the field and 3 assists again. Tony Kukoc enjoys his vantage point for this ball game at the moment. That was his kind of fast break. 8 points for Myers, a lot of passing. So Pete cashes in, and the Bulls again lead by 10. Brandon Doherty on the turnaround, off the mark. Hot Rod is there, poked away nicely by Myers. Oh, I don't believe they're calling the foul on Myers.
Yep.
Yes, they are. Wow, he can't believe it either. It looked like he got all ball. That puts the Cavs back at the free throw line as the Bulls are over the limit.
So what's new?
Yeah, really, in terms of this game, you're right.
I'm telling you, watch this game, you got to feel that the Bulls are up by about 40.
Well, you know, you take a look at the free throw shooting. The Bulls have attempted 8 free throws. The Cavaliers have attempted 27. Cavaliers 23 points at the line, 6 points for the Bulls at the line.
The Bulls have out-rebounded by what, 12? 45-33 there?
Yes, they have. They've had a big advantage there, especially on the offensive glass. The offensive rebound is 19-5, the edge for Chicago there. Hot Rod, 1 out of 2 is all she wrote for him at the line. Bulls by 9. Set up some offense.
Pippen had 10 rebounds in that first half.
Armstrong. Shot clock on the left. Offense still way out at the three-point line. BJ looked at the clock. Myers, quick release over Williams.
Yeah! Oh, big time. Was it a 3 or 2? Only a 2. He must have been on the line, but Pete Myers with 6 points now here in a row.
He had 6'11" Hot Rod Williams coming right at him. Doherty to Williams, scored on a foul. Well-designed play.
Yeah. He's inside here as we take a look. He's inside, collects himself, lets it fly, and then on the other end,
Pete picks up his third personal.
Hot Rod Williams gets to the line.
8 points for Williams. Again, as we mentioned, been a quiet night for him. Make that 10 points for Hot Rod tonight. And he puts in on the three-point play.
Clock not going fast enough for Phil.
Armstrong backing Terrell Brandon. The Bulls have had the Cavs on the ropes on a number of occasions here tonight. BJ, and we get a foul away from the ball holding up the action. And the foul.
Battle.
Yeah, it's on John Battle.
Two-man game on the other side with B.J. Armstrong and Scottie Pippen, and as two guys over on this side, Wennington and Pete Myers try to break loose. They get into a battle, catches a foul. So going to the free throw line now as both teams in the penalty. Pete Myers looking for his 11th and 12th, and we said Pete had done a great job. Oh, he knocks that one off the back of the rim. But he had his career high here at home. He had 18. He had 14 on the road. Now he comes up. He's got 10.
There's the season average on the left. 11 now for Pete Myers. 9-point lead. Brandon to Doherty. Grant picks him up. Hot Rod slapping away at it. Can't spank it home. Horace Grant chasing down, and it's going to belong to the Cavaliers. Horace flat on his back with 2:09 left to go in the game. Bill wants him to play behind the ball here.
He's saying rebound, grab the ball, don't let it come over the top of you. And the Bulls do not need any more three-point plays here by this club.
Grant plays behind Hot Rod. Hot Rod pushed off, no foul. Interior feed Doherty, fouled by Pippen.
it sure looked like John Hot Rod Williams knocked Horace for a loop.
Yeah.
Back he goes. Horace Gaines comes back, and then Scottie follows him.
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought Horace was going to go barreling into our cameraman.
Yeah.
This quarter, Doherty has come on.
So the missed free throw hurts them.
You know, Brad is generally about a 75 to 80% free throw shooter. Just a 68.6% free throw shooter thus far this season is Brad Doherty, as he misses his first here. But he has shot well from the free throw line in this ball game, hitting 6 out of 8. Producer director of Bulls basketball is Arnie Harris, assisted tonight by Joe Corneo. Assistant director John Walgren, and the rest of our crew. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr. We're at Chicago Stadium, where with 2:01 left to go in the game, the Bulls have a 9-point lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the redhead is busily penciling through some stats.
I want to see what their low was, but
Michael Jordan not going to be one of those leaving early.
No
chance.
Jay will be stopping down. He's looking at the attendance, trying to guess what the attendance is here. Is it 18,676 or is it 18,127? It's 18,676, the 300th sellout. And that guy you saw looking up at that sign was responsible for an awful lot of them, not only here, but around the league.
You know,
Thank you, Mike.
You know, it's interesting. What does the Spectrum in Philadelphia hold, John? About how many thousand? Almost 17, 18,000? They had about 11,000 there the other night.
Well, what's embarrassing is Atlanta had 11,000 the other night. They're tearing the league apart, and 11 or 12,000 in Houston. And
Yes.
those two teams are dynamite. I mean, they have a guy who may be the MVP this year, and Hakeem Olajuwon, and they're not. They just hired a promotional guy to try to fill that building.
You know something, Artie? We had a check on that score. Seattle, Houston. We'll get a score for you.
2:01 on the clock, and Doherty will shoot another free throw. The Bulls are up by 9. Mark Price has a muscle injury in the leg. Is not here since the second half, or in the second half.
Cavaliers nonetheless have hung in.
Yes.
I'm told that the Rockets have a 9-point lead on the Sonics in the third period of play. Doherty now with 19 points. Remember, he had only 9 points in the first 3 quarters of the game. Grant double teamed. Cavaliers trying to trap a bit. Myers to Pippen. Defense right on top of it. Pippen gets the step. Wennington tried to bank that one. Grant clears it back to Pippen.
Take some time, Phil says. Set it up. Take some time. I haven't seen Wennington make one off the glass this year. I'll have to see that. Most of his are straight-in shots.
Scottie going baseline. Myers.
If Pete would have made that, this would have been his game, wouldn't it?
Wilkins. Battle in the corner. Picked up by B.J. Armstrong. Under 1:30 to go. Doherty breaks free. Nice speed from Battle.
21 for Doherty.
For the past 3 years, Doherty's averaged over 20 points and over 10 rebounds per game. His numbers are down this year, but he has his 21 points here tonight. Grant nearly taken away from behind. B.J. on the drive. Wennington comes up with it in the lane. Pippen out jumps it. Battle. Brandon kicks it out. Wilkins for 3.
No. Pick it up.
Horace Grant comes away with it.
All right, that could lock it up.
Scottie Pippen sets it up under 1 minute to go.
They've got to come out and foul Scottie. They've got to come out and foul him.
Bulls leading by 6.
They don't.
They don't want to foul B.J. Pete Myers is 81% of the free throw line. Horace Grant's a guy that
now
can
you
foul.
got to get it up.
5 to go on the shot clock, and here's the foul committed here by Wilkins. And there were 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, I believe, at that point.
And that's smart, Gerald. You had to foul Scottie when they brought the ball up the floor. Then they work it around. There's 5 seconds on the clock, and Mike Fratello was looking for his telestrator.
Yes, sir. There's that Seattle-Houston game. All game in the third period of play. You'd expect good defense in that game.
Oh, come on, a little bit too quick, Pete. You don't normally shoot that quick. A lot of action here for him in this quarter.
Myers has made 3 of 5 from the free throw line tonight to help facilitate 11 points and a couple of rebounds.
There it is.
12 points for Pete Myers. Timeout. Cavaliers with 26.5 seconds to go. 26.5 seconds remaining. Bulls 91, Cavaliers 84.
It's the end of the year, and your local Ford dealer.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, 26.5 seconds to go in the game. The Bulls on top by 7. Benny the Bull certainly joined the action here, along with his little buddy.
Yeah, from all ages enjoying the game tonight. Well, here we go, 26.5.
Battle on the inbounds at center court for the Cavs.
Did Phil say no three-point play?
I'm sure he did, maybe 3 times. Battle.
And he threw it away.
Yep.
He wanted to make the penetration, get him to collapse, and then try to hit the 3. So they'll have to grab another foul here real quick.
21.3 seconds to go. The inbounds to B.J. Armstrong. Pete Myers. And he's fouled here by Wilkins, stopping the clock with 14.5 remaining. Phil Jackson looks out. Phil says, when are we going to close out this thing? Maybe right here, Phil. Pete Myers heading to the free throw stripe, and Corey Blount coming up off the bench. He'll be in for the Bulls. And Myers,
Pete, come on,
blanks his first. Well, we mentioned it early tonight. Phil Jackson heading toward a milestone, number 250 career win as head coach of the Chicago Bulls, second winningest coach in Bulls history in terms of number of victories.
Well,
Bulls about to go 4-0 against the Central.
Phil said he would like to go 3 out of 4 in these games, but I didn't think he was going to have to want to come back. Oh, both shots missed by them, and they take a timeout. So
Chris Mills, the rookie, signals for the timeout.
Pete Myers, who had come in at an 81% shooter, doing a good job, missed,
and
let's see, what, 4 out of 5 free throws.
You know, again, right, the Bulls under 60% at the line again here tonight, 8 of 14 from the free throw line, while the Cavs on the other side, 81%. The Cavs have been to the line over twice as many times as the Bulls. 32 free throws to 14 free throws for the Bulls.
Well, and the last 4 have been just to whack them to slow the game, to stop the game.
You know, you look at the field goal shooting. The Bulls have 40 field goals to 28 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have really outplayed the Cavaliers, yet the disparity in the free throw shooting has left the score, again, you know, closer than you might anticipate in a situation like that.
Well, if there was a hero of the game tonight, I would say that Steve Kerr would be one of the guys that, there it is right there, Doherty with 21 points, and I just love it. The name just rolls off my lips, Steve Kerr.
I wonder why.
Steve Kerr with 18 points, and he leads the Bulls bench attack with 46. I mean, they come up with 3 guys in double figures off the bench. That's quite a job. But
you saw Steve Kerr standing next to John Paxson there, Red, and really Kerr has come on and given the Bulls a Paxson-like performance this season.
Right, he has done an outstanding job, and Phil has rotated these guys very, very well. There's John Paxson.
John told me tonight he's hoping to get back on the floor running, maybe next week, week after, and hopefully he'll be back in action. He's going to test that knee, and he has to do it on the floor and practice first, see how it responds, and then he'll know from there.
Good pat in the back for Bill Wennington also.
From a likable man.
From John Paxson.
Bill Wennington, a very likable man.
All right, here they come. They'll go for 3 again. I remember last time they tried to drive, the battle to drive down in and then kick it out. And as he threw it back out over his shoulder, it went out of bounds. There's your bench scoring. Look at that.
Big advantage for the Bulls off the bench. 13.4 seconds remaining. Bulls leading by 7.
Chris Mills back in the game to inbound it. Corey Blount says, I'm going to try to stop you, Rook.
Rookie on rookie. Gerald Wilkins. Myers right with him at a 3-point strike. Battle, let's go for 3. Myers the rebound. Ahead to Kukoc.
Oh, look
lead
at here.
for Corey Blount. Yes, sir.
That one didn't hit the back of the rim.
Corey slowed down a little bit on that one and said, whoa, not going to blow this one as time expires in the game. That proves to be the exclamation point in a 93-84 victory for the Bulls over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Bulls on this busy week finish it out with a 3-1 record.
Tonight on WGN News at 9.
AT&T long distance play of the game. It is Steve Kerr, the second of his 2 trays in the 4th period of play. This one giving the Bulls an 81-71 advantage, and they go on to the victory 93-84. Our next telecast on Channel 9 between the Bulls and the Celtics Wednesday night from historic Boston Garden. Our telecast begins at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. For Johnny Red Kerr, this is Wayne Larrabee saying so long from Chicago Stadium, and stay tuned for WGN News.
Chicago Bulls basketball was brought to you by the cold filtered light with smooth draft taste. MGD Light. Say no more. Your local McDonald's restaurant, where what you want is what you get. That's McDonald's today. The people at Nike, who encourage you to just do it. Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. And by Montgomery Ward, where things are really changing. American Airlines is the official airline of the Chicago Bulls, serving over 320 cities worldwide. American is your gateway to the world. American Airlines. We mean business in Chicago.
This is WGN Chicago.